Hello friends, today we will see costing sheet with template allocation. In case of routing and recipe, we can assign only up to 6 activities. For assigning activities, for assigning more than 6 activities, we can use template allocation. Template allocation is used for assigning various types of activity in costing sheet. Further, we can use template allocation for activity based costing. So today we will see costing sheet for template allocation. First of all, we have to go to SPRO, and in controlling we have to select product cost planning. In product cost planning, basic setting, go to overhead, and in overhead we have to define costing sheet. Here you can define blank costing sheet as well as any costing sheet, because it is not necessary to define any base, overhead rate or credit in this costing sheet. However, we have defined costing sheet row, but we can remove it because it is not required at all for activity based costing or assigning templates. So please remove it. For allocation of templates, we can use blank sheet as well as you can use number of row entries according to your choices. After, we have to define overhead keys. Here we have already created overhead key shark 2, so we will use it. Then define overhead group. Here we have to define overhead group. Click on new entry. Valuation area shark 2 is our company. Then overhead group shark 2 and overhead key is also shark 2. Give name of overhead group. Now move on to template. Here we will maintain templates, but before maintaining templates we have to create activities as well as GL account. We will use activity codes which we have already created. Transaction code to create activities CK11N, that we will see available activity in our company code. We have already created this much activity: depreciation hours, fixed indirect costs, gas, labor, power, variable production overhead, QC hours, repairs team. So we will use it. Otherwise, activity can be created in transaction code KL01. We will just check one of activity. However, we have already seen this creation of activity in our earlier video. Here we have given depreciation hours name, activity units is our star stand for all type of all cost center category. Here allocation cost limit is 9001, and for price indicator price indicator we have given one plan price automatically based on activity, and for variance for actual allocation we have given 5 actual price automatically based on activity. So these two things play an important role in calculation of plan price of activity and actual price of activity. So here in this maintain templates we will create templates. SAC is our template name, and here we have to select environment 001 for cost estimate and production order. You can create template allocation for sales order, process order, product cost collector, service order as well. Okay, in our case we are using environment 001. Enter. Create template. Enter. Cost center activity. Production overhead. Okay, our template SAC2 has been saved. We will assign this template to our costing sheet and overhead key. Click on new entry. SAC2 environment SAC2. Click on save. We have already created one hedging material and raw material, but we have not assigned overhead key in that finished goods code. So in case of activity, in case of template allocation, we have to assign overhead key to material code. Okay, material. Alpha. Here in case of costing V1, we have to assign overhead group. We have created overhead group SAT2. So we will assign it here and click on save. So in our case, we have already created raw material, finished goods code, and we have also created BOM. The purpose of this video is to explain template allocation, how we can configure template allocation. This configuration part we have seen in earlier video, how to create material master, how to create BOM, and how to create routing. We have seen this configuration part in our earlier video. So here for material alpha we have created BOM, and in which we have used raw material RMX1 quantity 1. Now we will see recipe as well. Transaction code to change recipe is C202. So in recipe we have assigned 6 activities because it is the limitation of a recipe where we can assign only up to 6 activities. So depreciation, repair, labor, power, gas, steam. For other activities we can use template allocation. In actual industrial scenario we can find n number of activities, and in case of creation of activity based costing, we have to configure n number of activities in costing sheets. So for that, template allocation is the solution. Here we have assigned 6 activities in routing and 2 activities in template allocation. However, in industrial scenario, the actual activities are more than 6 activities. Now we will execute standard cost estimate CK11N. Costing variant is PPC1 for standard cost estimate. Before executing standard costing, we have to check costing variant. In costing variant, we have to check material valuation. Material valuation, first option is valuation price according to price control in material master. Thereafter, standard price, moving average price, plan price 1 and 2. activity price for the period, plan price for the period. We are not using subcontracting external processing, and in case of overhead we have to assign our costing sheet SAC to. Here we are not using overhead on material cost component, so keep it blank. Click on new entry. Our plan is SAC2. Okay, an entry already exit. Okay, close it. But here we have to assign our costing sheet. Enter. This is our cost estimate, standard cost estimate, in which we can see raw material cost 100 rupees, and these 6 activities coming from recipe, and these 2 activities QC and production overhead coming from template allocation. So this is the concept of template allocation. In the next video we will see actual template allocation on production order, and we will calculate actual rate against each activity. Thank you for watching.